Welcome to the first Kids for Chemistry virtual classroom. Hello, my name is Nicolas Brown, and I'm from West Hampton, New Jersey, and I play the voice of Gerald.
I am Ihezuoh. I live in Los Angeles, California, but I'm originally from Nigeria, Africa, and I play the voice of Yaba.
And I am Shaune Bass Jr. I live in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and I play the voice of Justin and Mr. E.
And we are your hosts for the Kids for Chemistry virtual classroom.
I hope that everyone is excited about being here and ready to have fun while learning chemistry.
We are going to start the show today by showing you a video about the buzzer experiment. The buzzer experiment is very important because if you understand why the buzzer buzzes, then you will understand the most important concepts of Kids for Chemistry.
We will not explain everything about the buzzer experiment today, but we will give you a smaller part of the buzzer experiment.
We want you to use your imagination and try to figure out why the buzzer buzzes before we actually show you.
So sit back and grab a snack and a drink and enjoy our video about the buzzer experiment.
Welcome to Kids for Chemistry. Today, we have an experiment for you.
All right, I love experiments.
The name of the experiment is called the buzzer experiment.
Why is it called the buzzer experiment?
Because we have a small circuit that is built out of a buzzer connected to a battery by wires.
When the wires are open, you hear no sound.
But when the wires are closed, the buzzer will buzz.
Justin, can you tell me why the buzzer is buzzing when the wires are connected?
Well, I think that the energy is flowing from the battery into the buzzer, causing it to buzz.
But what type of energy is coming from the battery?
I'm not sure.
Come on, Justin. It's the same type of energy that comes from the wall when you plug in a TV or a computer or anything.
Oh, you mean electricity.
That's right. But can you tell us what electricity is?
I'm not sure.
Justin, what are the three particles that atoms are made of? We told you last week.
I remember protons, neutrons, and electrons.
And which one of those particles sounds similar to electricity?
Electrons.
Right. So when electrons are moving through a wire, it's called electricity.
Oh. So electricity is the same as electrons.
Right. But the electrons have to be moving to be considered electricity.
It's a good assumption that if we hear the buzzer ring, then electrons are flowing from the battery and through the buzzer, and then back to the battery.
And if we don't hear the buzzer, then we can assume that electrons are not flowing.
Wow. Listen to that. The electrons are flowing. Now I don't hear anything. Electrons are not flowing. I get it.
Now comes the interesting part. What would happen if we take the wires of the buzzer circuit and stick both ends into a container of clean water without touching the wires?
Justin, do you think the buzzer will buzz?
Yes, because I heard that you can get electrocuted if you are in water and electricity hits you.
Well, let's see. Let's stick the end of the wire in a container of water.
Hey, it's not buzzing. Why isn't it buzzing?
If the water is really clean, it should not buzz. And the assumption is that electrons are not flowing.
Okay, Justin. Now, what would happen if we add ordinary table salt to the water? Do you think the buzzer will buzz?
I don't think so. Why would it?
Well, let's see.
Wow! It's buzzing!
And the assumption is that electrons are flowing through the buzzer. But how? Can you explain how electrons are flowing to the buzzer after we added the salt? Use your imagination.
Well, I think that the salt forms a chain of molecules that connect to the ends of the wires.
That's a good guess. But there is more to it than that. Just think about it. You don't have to figure it out right now, but we want you to use your imagination.
But when you do figure it out and understand why the buzzer is buzzing, then you will understand the first 20 atoms on the periodic table: ions, acids and bases, oxidation and reduction, and some organic chemistry. These are the most important concepts that you need to do well in chemistry.
So until next time, use your imagination and try to explain why the buzzer buzzes.
Are you guys going to explain to me why the buzzer buzzes?
No! Use your imagination like everyone else. Interesting. If the buzzer is buzzing, then electrons must be flowing across the buzzer.
And if the buzzer is not buzzing, then the electrons are not flowing through the buzzer. And that is a good assumption.
But I always thought that electricity can flow through the water.
And if the water is clean and it has nothing in it but water, then the electricity has a hard time flowing through it.
And the battery that we use has a low voltage and is safe to use. Do not try this experiment with a high voltage battery. So Shaune, why do you think the buzzer is buzzing after table salt is added?
Well, like Justin said in the video, I think that salt forms a chain of molecules that connects to the ends of the wire, and then electrons can travel across the chain.
That's a good guess. And I'm glad that you're using your imagination, but that's not the correct answer.
Now we are going to show a video about Kids for Chemistry, the game. This is a game we are going to be playing in the virtual classroom. It is going to help us learn the chemistry while we are having fun.
So sit back and grab some more snacks and enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, Kids for Chemistry here again.
And today, we are going to go over the new and improved Kids for Chemistry, the game.
Wow! Will you look at that? It's a chemistry game, and we're in it!
Yeah, we have our own game, and we'll be playing this game in the virtual classroom.
So let us explain what's in the game. The main board has an outer perimeter which contains the first 20 atoms and some molecules.
And then you have the inner board, which contains tools that help you learn chemistry topics.
And you have chemistry cards that have questions on them. You will pick a card, and if you answer it correctly, then you win money.
Is it real money?
No, it's play money, but it's still a lot of fun to win money. You get $500 right from the start.
Then you roll dice, that tell you what block to land on. You have to identify what atom or molecule you have landed on.
You can open up Identify the Atoms in the inner board that will help you learn how to identify an atom or molecule.
Knowing how many s orbitals and the number of electrons in the outermost orbital teaches you how to identify the atoms.
And you have other sections in the inner board that help you learn chemistry, like the buzzer experiment.
The buzzer experiment teaches you why the buzzer will buzz when you add table salt to the water.
And there is the electronegativity section. Electronegativity is the strength of an atom to take an electron away from another atom.
Really?
Don't worry, sweetie. Nobody will ever take me away from you.
Oh boy, here we go again. Cut it out.
And there's a section for counting carbons to name atoms.
And there's a section for organic chemistry and hybridization.
Wow! This looks like such a fun way to learn chemistry. I can't wait to play.
The Kids for Chemistry, the game, is a lot of fun. We'll be using it to have competitions between the Kids for Chemistry clubs. So if you know anyone who has kids who want to learn chemistry and have fun, tell them to join the Kids for Chemistry group on Facebook.
We'll see you in the virtual classroom.
Why do you always have an attitude?
Me? You're the one who has an attitude.
Nobody will ever take me away from you.
Really?
I told you before, you're just jealous.
You need help.
And you need a man.
Hmm. That looks like a fun way to learn chemistry.
I can't wait to play.
We're going to form teams when we play this game. For example, team members will be able to help each other out to answer these questions. And also, me, Shaune, and Joy are going to be team captains. You are able to push your name in the chat to decide whose team you would like to be on.
When the teams get too big, we will assign more team captains and have more teams.
We hope you enjoyed the first lesson of the Kids for Chemistry virtual classroom. Check the Kids for Chemistry group on Facebook for the next lesson.
And if you know any other kids who are interested in learning chemistry, tell them to check out the Facebook page on the Kids for Chemistry group.